What is up, YouTube? It's been a long time because of the car fire, and I'll go into that in a separate video. But I wanted to make a quick video to talk about pre-ride checklist.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Now, when I took the motorcycle safety course, they recommended that every time you ride, before you ride, you check tire pressure, check your oil level, check your brake reservoir level, check your fluids, check your chain tension. Even in the manual, they recommend and they highlight certain bolts that you should check to make sure they're torqued down. Now, to be honest, I don't do that every time that I ride. Most of the time, I jump on the bike and I just go. But I do try to check at least once a week. I will definitely check the tire pressure. Most of the time when I'm riding regularly, tire pressure stays pretty rock solid. In this case, I checked it this morning because I haven't ridden in about a month. Tire pressure was low. The front tire should be, for the Vulcan S, 32 psi. The rear tire should be 36. And the front tire was probably 28, and the rear tire was around 30. So I went ahead and I pumped up those. I'll show you what I use in a second. And then I checked the oil. On this bike, the oil gauge is right there. So you do have to get the bike level. And I check the oil, make sure it's at the right mark, make sure the oil color is good while I have the bike level and upright. I check the brake fluid reservoir. I will check the fluid level, and you can see for this bike it's really easy to see it. It's right back in there. That looks good. Check the chain tension. Now, I don't have a rear stand. I haven't invested in that yet. I do want to, so that I can periodically just check the integrity of the chain, because right now it's just kind of what I see. But I definitely want to get into the habit of doing it on a regular basis. Now, I'm not even sure what could come loose, but I do have the manual, and so I figure maybe once a year, twice a year, I'd go through and check those the torque specs for the bolts that they highlight. That's about it. You know, the manual and my instructor at my class told me turn the bike on, check the headlights, check the signals. I don't really do that. I don't know if people do that. Obviously, when I'm backing the bike out, I'm checking the brake, making sure the brakes are working, and you'll know right off the bat if your clutch isn't working or feels wonky. So that's all that I do. Leave a comment as to what your pre-ride checklist is, or if you even have one. Like I said, I definitely, tire pressure is something that's pretty important, as well as oil. But if you had an issue where you didn't have oil in the bike, I think you would know about it, right? Probably a pool of oil underneath your bike. That would not be good. So I think tire pressure for me is one of the most important things. I actually picked this thing up from Amazon. It's made by Tirewell. I'll put the link to it in the description, but it's a great thing. I think I paid less than $20. It has a screw just to create a good seal with your valve stem, and you plug it in here. 12-volt socket in your car. It has an adapter to attach it to a battery. You can also buy an adapter to plug it into the wall. And you just flip the switch on, and it pumps up pretty quickly. I'd say, you know, when I'm low, it takes less than 30 seconds to get the tires up to pressure. So I highly recommend this. Had some good reviews. You could get automatic ones, but I don't know why you would need an automatic. So I recommend this. Yeah, so that's what I do, and love to hear your thoughts on that.